What's up guys, this is the YouTube Handyman. In today's episode I'm going to be showing you how to replace the faucet that you see on the screen right now. And as you see, there's no access door to it and it's not next to a wall where you can easily just make a hole and access the plumbing underneath it. Now this job right here, no other handyman will take on the job, not even master plumbers. So this job came from a property manager I've been working for many years. So for the past year and a half to 2 years, she actually hasn't been sending me that many jobs. And the reason why is because most of her customers are middle class. And most of the middle class people right now, well, just like me, they're suffering because the economy sucks, especially if you have bills to pay, like repair bills like this. So she called every handyman she knew, and nobody wanted to do it. And then she's like, you know what? I'm just gonna call a professional. So she calls, the master plumbers. They are like, there's no access door, there's no wall next to it, the job cannot be done. And then, other plumbers were like, you need to rip everything out and put new in. So she's like, so what can I do? So then she remembered, there's one last option, the YouTube Handyman. So she decided to call the YouTube Handyman. Why? Because I can do everything. So she knows that if she sends me a job, I'm gonna get it done. And that's usually the jobs that I get from her nowadays are jobs that nobody else can do or want to do. So here, what I like to do is I like to mark the area where I'm gonna put the access door. But before I actually start cutting anything, I scope inside with my Milwaukee camera to see if there's gonna be any issues. So I'm gonna make a little hole just to stick my camera in there. The oscillating tool with the wood blade cuts fiberglass very easily. But the little hole, so let's say there was something behind there and then I needed to patch that hole, body filler, and then you just paint it and it's good to go. You will not even notice it. So very easy to patch fiberglass. But as you can see, the pipes over here were clear. It wasn't the easiest to access because remember, this hole right here is 8 by 8, and the reason I made it that size is because, well, the access door that I'm gonna be using to close this hole towards the end of the video is meant for this size. So planning is always gonna help you out when doing jobs like this. So plan of action for this type of repair is to cut everything out because it's all junk, and to replace it with shower valves, supply lines, and then install the faucet just as if it was a regular sink faucet. And one of the benefits of doing it that way is it makes it easier for future replacement or maintenance. You can easily take the cover off, see what the pipes look like, replace the supply lines, just like if you were underneath your sink. No issues at all. And now they have an access door that they can actually access the drain pipe all the way back there. You can see the black pipe. So if that gets clogged or starts leaking, now they can access that. So anyways, that's what I'm doing right here, cutting everything off. And another thing that I'm gonna encounter issues, I'm gonna have an issue with is, well, taking the stems out. The spout came out just fine, but the other ones, as you can see, they're rusted through. So there's no way to unscrew the nuts because the stems are held in place with a nut underneath. So usually, if you ever have an issue like that, which you will in older homes, now you need to get your oscillating tool with a metal cutting blade, and then what you do is you cut the nut on one side to relieve the pressure, and then you get your flathead screwdriver and you pry it open, and that will allow you to take the stem out. And that's exactly what I did here. You'll see in a few minutes I'm getting my oscillating tool. But other than that, the job wasn't that complicated. I think just changing this faucet took me, I would say tops 3 hours, no more than 3 hours. But other than that, everything was straightforward. I didn't have any issues besides just trying to reach everything. Keep in mind the camera is inside the bathtub right now, so I'm having to crouch down and stick my hand in there, and it's not the easiest way to access everything, but so that will be the hardest part of the job, accessing everything. And what else? In a few minutes you're gonna see what the faucets look like. A lot of the times they're not gonna be exactly 100% matched to what you had, so you're gonna have to make it fit. So the new faucet, I had to bend it a little bit because the holes didn't line up. And also I had to cut the bathtub because you'll see in a few minutes there's a support triangle in there you see on the screen right now. That was in the way of installing the new faucet. But other than that, if you want to find out how much I charge for this job, stick to the end of the video. I'll tell you exactly how much I charged. And actually, if it hadn't been the property manager, I would have charged an additional $500 for this job, just because of the skills that it takes to do this kind of work, especially when nobody else was willing to do it. But as you know, the YouTube handyman can do everything. Another thing with the jobs that I do, and people seem to like it, is I guarantee my work 100% for 2 years. So any issues at all, 2 years guaranteed. If I provide the parts, that includes the parts. But yeah, so people, when they hire me, they get peace of mind. Anyways, any questions, comment below. And if you like the video, don't forget to like it. They're not something you buy every day. Doggies in doggy jail.
Yeah. Funny thing is, if I let them in, they go right back outside, you know.
Oh, really? Mine does the same.
Yeah.
He doesn't like being in the heat. So what he does, he begs to go inside. But unless I stay inside, he won't stay in. He wants to come back out.
It's not even super hot out today, so.
But anyways, you see my hoses now?
Yeah.
So I soldered that right there. So this can be fixed now. It's gonna be $13.50.
Wow.
All materials were $6.50.
That's still not a bad day's work.
No, I would have gone higher, but I already gave them a price. So I don't like changing my prices once I give them.
And it wouldn't have been so bad if you didn't have to cut the tub.
Yeah, I was expecting an access point drywall, a wall next to it.
Right, that would have been much easier.
Oh, way easier. And then that can be painted if they want to paint it.
Yeah, I mean, it's not absolutely horrible. So.
No, it looks okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's not super gaudy or anything. I guess it's a bathroom. I mean.
Well, you know, if you're spending the money, you may as well get what you're paying for. But the alternative, you know, would have been a lot more expensive.
Oh, for sure.